Snapshot 24w46a is here with tweaks for the winter drop content and a whole host of bug fixes. My name is Sliced Lime and this is a guide to all the changes. Let's start with the winter drop content. Creakings no longer despawn if you save and reload or log out and back in on a server. The statistics screen now shows the right thing for killing Creaking if you kill both one produced by a spawn egg and one from a Creaking heart. And the same goes for being killed by those two types. Pick blocking a naturally spawned Creaking in creative mode now gives you a Creaking spawn egg. The entity shadows of Creakings are now more appropriate for their size. And the Creaking attack sounds have been updated. The Creaking heart is now harder and more blast resistant. It now takes twice as long to break as before, at 15 seconds without a tool. When night falls, there is now a slight variation in how long time it takes for each Creaking heart to spawn a Creaking. Resin bricks now properly go inside smithing tables, completing the change from last week's snapshot of resin bricks being a smithing material instead of resin clumps. Chiseled resin brick blocks are now consistent with resin brick blocks in the corner pixels. Resin clumps are now waterloggable and can be placed underwater by the Creaking heart when its Creaking is hit. And you can now find the resin clumps between honeycombs and ink sacs instead of between amethyst shards and iron nuggets in the creative inventory. The sounds of resin have been adjusted to be softer. Suspicious Stew of Blindness now gains the same duration when crafted from Azure Bluet and from open Eyeblossoms. Eyeblossoms can no longer replace one of the logs of a pale oak tree when it generates. And bees no longer get poisoned if they touch closed Eyeblossoms. Speaking of bees, let's have some more mob fixes. Leashed bees no longer enter hives or nests. Rabbits no longer get stuck on the edges of blocks and hop against that block for all eternity. Camels that are sprinting are now once again unaffected by using items. Neutral mobs that get leashed and then unleashed no longer end up unable to walk to a target. The spinning rods of a breeze no longer turn entirely stationary when the breeze is moving. Wither skeletons no longer have bows or crossbows as a preferred weapon. And skeleton-type mobs no longer hold a bow aimed at the ground while they're drawing an arrow preparing to shoot. In gameplay news, using an item no longer forces you out of swimming mode. The empty state of the breath bubbles now show up quicker. Clicking a second time on a recipe in the stone cutter no longer makes the result item invisible. Bone meal now shows up stacked properly when you have multiple recipes available to produce it. And the Wandering Trader no longer sometimes sells pale oak saplings in multiple offers at once. In advancement news, the Isn't It Cute, Little Sniffs, and Sheer Brilliance advancements can no longer be gained by unleashing the mobs. Fixes the bundles in this version. The hand animation now plays when throwing out items from a bundle by holding down the button. Dark items now have better contrast against the bundle tooltip background. And bundles no longer get stuck in the open state when picked out of a saved hotbar. A missing pixel of the drawstring of an open bundle has been fixed. And blue and red bundles now have perfect pixel consistency with other bundles. Exquisite pixels. In other visual news, translucency sorting is no longer broken in certain places of the world, especially after using the F3 and A functions to re-render chunks. And another inconsistent pixel has been fixed, this time on the exposed variant of copper bulbs. And the breaking and sprinting particles of signs and hanging signs have been fixed. This version also comes with the Resource Pack version 45 and Data Pack version 60, and even more new item models. If you're also interested in that, keep your eyes out for a separate video about that. I promise it won't be cursed. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you want even more high quality pixel comparison goodness, then please click some pixels below the video to tell YouTube that these pixels are of the utmost quality. My name is Sliced Lime. I'll see you next time.